Hello disc golfers, welcome to the 2021 Minekill Disc Golf Championships. My name is Brett Delamater. I filmed and edited this round. I'm here with tournament director and good friend Jason Lasasso. Jason.
Hey Brett, thanks for having me. I really appreciate you putting this together. It's the first disc cap course event I think that's ever been filmed for a tournament. So looking forward to watching it. I'm really excited to see the scores here. We got a bunch of good players, eager to see how they take it down.
Yeah, it's not exactly next day coverage. It's 6 months and some days later, but I'm glad to have been able to do this. Yeah, let's see who we have today on our second round card. Dylan Reese shooting a 51, 8 under par first round. Ben Drogue shooting a 52, 7 under par. Keelan Dunn with a 53, 6 under. And last but not least, Mark Chapellonis. Everybody knows him these days with a 53, 6 under par. So coming into hole one, Jason, how's hole one layout?
Hole one, players are going to find OB on the left side all the way to the basket and an island OB in the middle. Let's see, Dylan off the tee. The OB in the middle is roughly, plays like 450. So Dylan just landed just before that. Players have a decision whether they want to go for the bottleneck over on the left and get aggressive, or lay up before the OB and approach the basket on their second shot.
And even what makes this tricky is you want to get as close as you can to the out of bounds in the center there, making your second shot easier. Ben went out of bounds there, by the way. You want to get as close as you can to the OB. It makes your second shot a lot easier. The second shot has a lot of deception involved. It's a far shot. You can come up short and end up in the tall grass out of bounds on your second shot also. So you do want to push your first tee shot. Mark here is doing that. Looks like he flipped it up a little more than he wanted.
Flipped up a little bit.
Yeah. We'll see where he landed. Keelan here might not have been as far as he'd have liked Ben.
Oh, that's a common mistake on this hole. They're really only throwing it a little over 300 feet, but it plays more like 450.
So yeah, he did find himself out of bounds there. Mark, who pushed his distance off the tee, is looking well within the circle on hole one for a birdie putt.
Looks like Ben was OB.
Safe.
You get a good angle there at the channel, that skinny inbounds area on the left side. Dylan with his infamous thumber.
That's a nice spot to be. Just downhill the basket, a little uphill putt. Stay away from those death putts on this hole.
Yeah, that's one thing, is it is nice to be up near the basket on the high side, but now you're putting down with a death putt.
This is the third hardest hole in the tournament for MPO card.
Ooh.
Players averaging roughly 4.56, so about a half a stroke over par. Ben with the safe upshot. I'm curious to see where that ended up.
Looks like he's looking for some feedback from his card mates.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Make sure to like and subscribe. You heard the man. Mark putting for birdie. Looks like he's just outside the circle, right about circle's edge.
Oh boy.
He liked it out of his hand. And Keelan?
Just a little low.
First putt after lunch, shaking it off.
Solid putt, Ben.
Great putt to save bogey.
And Dylan Reese with the only birdie for the entire event from MPO on hole one.
We got the full rainbow there. Birdie, par, bogey, double bogey. Great scoring separation. What do you think of hole two?
Hole two, it's tough to tell from this angle, but it's deceivingly uphill. Players have to throw through that window.
We are playing to the orange basket, so that one's tucked away in the back around the corner.
That's right. The park did move the green basket for the event. Players with backhand here, I think the common play is to get out in front of that opening and get a jump putt at the orange basket. The more aggressive player is the forehand flex. I don't see any of our lead MPO card players doing that.
Yeah, Dylan tried it, but he kept it low and it cut rolled off to the right. Because it cut rolled off to the right, left him this awkward angle. You either got to play it high, but there's not a lot of airspace to crash the basket, or try to play something low, but the grass makes it tough to get a skip. So it is a little precarious. He goes high, and he's not sure what to make of it.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be.
Keelan's in a great spot for a safe drive and a safe approach. You don't want to play it much differently than that.
Yeah, that's a great play.
Mark was a little straight off the tee. He has a window.
Ooh.
That would have been sick.
Would have been sick.
Yeah. Mark, always fun to have on the card.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great filming him. He's chatting with me most of the time. Very comfortable having a camera around. Here we are looking for Dylan's lie. And I'm sad to say that I did not film those. I messed up. I had 2 bogeys, 2 pars. Moving right into hole 3.
All same baskets.
Okay,
Hold on.
hole 3 is it's uphill. This is one MPO players definitely want to get.
Playing to the green basket, the shorter of the 2.
Mark taking the hyzer line. There is 2 different lines at this. The basket's behind the line of evergreen trees in the middle. So there's the right lane and the left lane.
Mark played that right side textbook. That was a beautiful shot. Keelan's got his a little bit higher.
A little high.
A little chance of catching the pines in the middle. Those pines will grab your disc. I've seen 2 meters in there before. There is 2 meter in effect for this event.
Ooh, Dylan with the thumber trying to take those trees out of play, going over them.
Went straight into him, it looked like. Caught the tail end of him.
Not a common play on this hole, but that's Dylan.
Now it looks like we're seeing any forehands here. All backhands up the right side. The left side is a little bit more open, but it's a forehand, so.
Yep.
Alright.
So, yeah, I mean, actually, I think Ben's in a pretty fortunate spot. Those trees are pretty tough if you get in them. At least he's got to look at it.
A great natural out of bounds often takes at least a stroke to get out. Ben didn't need to take that extra stroke. And Dylan, even more fortunate, is getting a putt. Wow. Keelan for a chance at a birdie. Wow.
Nice. That was an excellent putt.
Right through the ripping wind. You can see it on the trees and the garbage bag in the background.
Yeah, the bag covering the orange basket really highlights the wind.
Oh, Mark.
Yeah, mock baskets are not
Yeah,
treating
of
Mark
course.
well.
Looked like he did everything right there. A little low, a little left.
I was
but
so ready to 6
spit
putt
out
you.
on him. Okay.
Dylan with tap in 3.
Nice birdie, deep
Dylan gets
Keelan.
the sole birdie.
Mark's laughing it off. So here, actually, what happened was one of the players on the card ahead of our lead card lost his disc off on the right side, so he came back to re-tee. That's this shot here. Oop, looks like he's well off to the right side again. I think he's playing it out to the right because the out of bounds lining the entire left side of this hole. There's also the out of bounds pond in the center. Because of that, players get aggressive like Keelan is here and
Wow, that's a smash.
clear the pond off the tee. There is the option to lay up. It's not as common.
Sick.
Looked like Keelan threw a perfect tee shot there.
Come on. Copycat.
He's a little wide.
Yeah, he actually contested on that last tree on the left side.
Close.
That is out of bounds, so if he caught that tree and dropped, he's likely out of bounds.
Oh, looks like Dylan is panning out. A little
Yeah.
too much air into that one.
Yeah, it looked like the headwind grabbed him a bit and took his disc out of the air. Ben
Ben with the safe shot.
with the safe shot.
Common to see the MP40 and other fields play the safe shot in this. The tee shot requires a really long drive.
And an accurate one as well. Wow.
That is an
Ben.
amazing upshot. I think Ben's going to have a look for the birdie putt. Marky from the drop zone. Looks like he should have some kind of putt if he got through that tree. Dylan from the drop zone. That's looking pretty good.
Yeah, both of them, and also Ben are contesting with that tree on the right that you see the sign on. That's because they don't want to mess with the out of bounds on the left side. You can see it flagged out. They figure even if they don't have a pure circle putt, they're happy to be on the right and find something like where you see Mark right now. There's still obviously a chance at getting your putt.
Killing with the eagle putt there. Oh, Marky,
Mark.
just a little shot.
This is Ben for his birdie.
And for birdie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I think that's the only time I've ever seen this hole birdied with the safe shot off the tee.
Yeah, you love to see it. That's just good golf. Making a decision.
Yeah, played to his strong point. Good strategy.
Yeah. Great putt, Dylan.
Dylan
Saving his par from the drop zone. That's not easy. Keelan for birdie with the aggressive line. So you get to see Ben and Keelan playing it the two different ways and getting the same result. That's a really cool hole that it allows for that. Mark with the unfortunate bogey. Hole 5.
This here.
Hole 5 is a lot of air out there. Left to right. Baskets sits atop a mound.
Playing to the green basket, so it is the shorter. It doesn't make it easy. It's a left to right panning shot. They're all going backhand, it's looking like so far. Because of that, you got to make sure your disc continues to turn left to right. If it does fade out, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, as you said, it's only a 280-foot hole, but because the basket's up high, players have to get their disc up way in the air. With this wind, it's tough to to get it to land where you want.
Yeah, you see a lot of mid-range shots, a lot of putters, slower discs, so you can guarantee to continue turning. Mark didn't look happy with that. I'm curious where he ends up. Beautiful view. One of the most iconic holes out here, I think.
Thanks to Kenji for spotting all day. You can see with the umbrella, it was a pretty sunny, brutal heat day, so really appreciate him out there.
So that's where you go if you don't continue turning. He faded out. He's in the thick. I think he was glad he even found his disc.
Oh, Ben's got a putt.
Good up.
That should make for an easy 3.
This is a safe way to get up there.
Keelan also with a birdie putt. Oh, just left side.
Brutal. Keelan's upset. These earlier holes, you really, if you get your opportunities, you really don't want to lose them. This is the scoring portion of the course, the front 9. So Dylan also, they're not going to be happy.
Oh.
They're not going to be happy to be giving strokes up on this hole. If you have an opportunity to score, you want to convert on it.
Kenji confirmed there were no birdies on this hole the entire day.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise, but with the wind out there and as you can see, the basket's treating players kind of rough.
Yeah, here we saw 2 putts out of these guys. No converting. Tapping out. Mark with another bogey back to back. That's rough.
What do you putt with, Dylan?
Okay, hole 6, the iconic tee shot, killing off the tee.
Going to orange to orange here. Par 4. That's a great
That's
drive.
a great shot.
So all the tall grass you see is out of bounds. You can lay up to the short pad early in the foreground, but I think most of these players are going to be trying to get farther than that. Ben
Can't help but to enjoy yourself.
getting aggressive, testing the OB on the right,
Dead
trusting his
center.
disc. Wow.
That's textbook drive right there.
That's the prime landing zone. Dylan,
Ooh, looks like a tailwind is grabbing it.
a little soft. Ooh,
That's going to be close.
Mark flipping his over. Oh, actually.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Going back.
That's a
Oh
fucking
my god,
Oh
that
my
is a
God.
smash.
I was so scared of that
That's
at
the
first.
farthest tee shot I've ever seen
Damn,
on this hole. That is so far.
Yeah, that he really pushed this. This hole's challenging. This hole is actually the hardest hole in the entire event. Plays closer to a par 5 with the OB.
So here Dylan's assuming he's out of bounds. He's taking a provisional. Here's where his lie actually was. He just barely cleared the out of bounds.
He's fortunate.
So-
Well, fortunate in one respect.
Yeah.
It's not the best spot to be.
So here he's in bounds, but he still doesn't have a great spot. He looks like he's going for a forehand roller.
A little too inside.
Knows it right away. Hoping he gets through to the other side. Keelan, Spike, and Heiser getting some distance, just piecing this hole together.
The entire fairway is surrounded by OB, so the players need to be really cautious of what shots they choose.
On the ground. Yeah.
Not only that, but on the fairway there are a lot of bunkers. The trees are perfect hazards.
Yeah, getting in one of these trees can add a couple strokes easily.
The final set of trees near the basket on the right, the one on the right is definitely the most dangerous. That takes a stroke to get out of in and of itself.
Yeah.
So Mark, off his great tee shot,
Ooh, he got past it.
looks like it's turned it over.
Might be a little long from the basket. Hopefully he's got a putt at it.
Get there.
Okay,
Give him some air into that one.
A little throw back spin.
Ben. Ooh,
Oh,
good run.
just over it.
A tree can be really tough to get out of. So here Mark was out of bounds. Sadly, he went long, 710 foot, and he went long in 2
A solid putt.
to save par. That's
That is a very interesting way to get par on the hole.
yeah. Dylan for par.
Good save.
Also an interesting way to get par. Oh, brutal. That's downhill that direction, so that one may have gone okay, not terribly far. Yep. No shame in getting a bogey on 6.
Nope. Like I said, that's the hardest hole on the entire
Get
event.
around. Get around.
Hole 7, playing orange to green, so the
Get
shorter
around.
basket. How do you like to see players approach this hole, Jason?
So I think the MPO players that have the arm, they're going to opt for the big hyzer window
Nice shot.
on the right side. Basically take all the trees out of play. Players that don't have the arm, they're forced to go on the left side and go through the fairway between the trees.
So bad.
Yeah, the inside line, it does exist. There are trees to contend with, but one of the advantages to it is you're not getting your disc so high, which in a windy day like this might be preferable. But looks like all these guys are willing to get the disc up there and see where it ends up.
Yeah, it's obvious from
fact
the
of where the wind
it's a
put-
pretty windy day.
Yeah, very gusty.
It's like where the wind actually put it.
So one thing Minekill's known for is usually one round where there's high
Yeah.
winds.
Keelan,
So lefty forehand?
lefty forehand, yeah. And getting the skip through the grass also.
Yeah.
So here we're looking for Mark's disc. He did get blown off to the left-hand side. And I think
Most
they
likely
just
you,
found
yeah.
it now.
Just if I miss, it's gonna go
Mark,
out.
Yep.
Mark's giving me the heads up here. If they
I'm ready to
airballs
move.
it, it might fade into me. Did airball,
That's how high I would
technically.
hit you.
but wasn't high enough. Wow, no chains
Sneaks it in
necessary.
there.
Great.
Man.
That's a great birdie. Would you consider that to be a bonus birdie?
This one, I think it's one they definitely want to get, but no shame in missing it either.
Right. And here we have Dylan with another chance to score and not converting on the putt. You really don't want to.
Oh, you could tell that this wind is getting in their head.
Yeah, looked like he tried to put that one a little soft and have it ride, and it just didn't lift on him. Keelan giving up a stroke there.
It's 30 footer, but it can't.
Beautiful. Gotta love the views here at Minekill.
Absolutely, Scary Valley's finest. Okay, hole 8 playing to the orange basket. It's down on the left. There's some tight windows off the tee to hit to get there. I think most players opt for the lower window. Of course, Dylan looks like he's
No
throwing
way.
an overhand roller.
Yeah, he actually squared up that tree dead center.
Oh.
It looked like a great roller. It caught a good angle, but squared up the one tree.
Right.
He's definitely got some creative shots up there.
Always.
It is.
Mark looking to go on the lower left side. Looks like Keelan also is. Leaks a little high, but he hits that secondary small window up there.
Yeah.
Dylan with a up shot after that tree hit.
Oh, that is a beautiful recovery shot.
Yeah. And unfortunately, as you can see, Mark's disc up in the tree above him.
That's his disc.
He was 2-metered. He's not happy about it. He's looking to get up and down, but taking an extra stroke, that's brutal.
2 meter never feels good.
Great birdie, Keelan. Mark for the bogey. Good up and down.
A lot of gaps in there.
My brother does it for me.
And an excellent par save by Dylan.
Wow. Two
Tap
really,
in birdie for Ben.
yeah, two really good birdies there.
Yeah, he's gotta be feeling good right now.
That's another hole. The tee shot is just, it's a little bit awkward, so you're never sure you're going to get the birdie.
Yeah.
Hole 9.
Hole 9 is probably my favorite hole on the course. And they're playing the orange. This is a par 5. It's a soft par 5 for guys with arms that can throw this far. Usually players are trying to land to that plateau on the top. It
great
plays
spot.
up to about 400 feet. These gentlemen are going to be trying to go past that because they have the arm to do so.
And going past that's not simple. There is an out-of-bounds pond on the left towards where Dylan just landed. I think he's a little worried about it. There's also out-of-bounds to the right.
Oh boy.
If you go too long, which maybe only
That
Marky
is
Chap, maybe only Marky Chap has the power to get to.
It would be the first time I've seen it.
Yeah,
but
it's a long ways
possible with
out.
his arm.
Keelan has a great lie here, but the footing is not even. He gets a little nose down. I think a little more nose down than he wanted. Another shot a little low. This is a tough one because the fairway's dropping away from you. You want to get as much distance as you can, but you know you can't be fading into the trees on the left. So it's just a tricky angle.
Huh, well,
Now
most of
here,
it's left, I
I
guess.
should fill in.
You're not bad.
There's a spotter on the green, and there's a spotter
High left.
on top
Oh,
of the hill
shoot.
here. By the way, Mark is inbound.
Jeff.
There's a spotter on the hill, and we got the thumbs up from the spotter on the hill, thinking that we were clear to throw to the green. It looked like he was clear on what he was doing. After Mark let go of this insanely aggressive shot, we realized that the spotter on the green had no idea. So there's a potential for this disc to have gone missing. So Mark throws a provisional here, trying to throw a safe shot. We'll see if we can find that.
Yeah, put a closer.
Keelan? This is kind of the more standard approach to this green. That's looking pretty good.
Yes. Ooh, a little long.
A little long. That's some big rough back there.
Yeah, Minekill is a rural course, and some of the roughs are really rough. That stuff in there is going to be probably taller than Keelan.
Yeah. Great shot from Ben. A little softer, a little wider. Dylan, that also looks good. So you can see that tall grass on the left where they're running now. They're thinking it's landed somewhere in there based on how it faded out. I think the spotter was able to hear something in that direction, but no one knows exactly where it is. So a few minutes were spent looking. And here he is under the tree. Mark, that is.
Yeah, kudos to whoever found that one.
This is actually an eagle putt.
Wow.
Mark yells, "It's too low."
Well, that should make for an easy birdie.
Yeah. And now we're trying to get to Keelan's disc.
Awesome, thank you.
You can see his hand popping up there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a jump shot.
Oh,
Oh, so close. That
I
would have been
thought
epic.
that was dunking. Good out. Ben for the birdie.
Ben playing this textbook.
Yeah, he played it almost perfectly. Yeah, he played
Yeah,
it perfectly.
That's how you do it.
Great birdie, Ben. Dylan had a great approach shot to get here.
Yeah, absolutely. His tee shot was a little tough. Being over on the left kind of pinches you off, but he saved the birdie.
I think Dylan's one of those players who is trying for the eagle also.
Yeah, he's
That explains why he was angry on his second shot, but obviously still happy to take a birdie. Keelan with the par. And that's a well-played hole 9, I'd say.
yeah. So I think going into the back nine, Dylan's still in the lead. He'll be with neg 9. But I'll tell you what, on the back nine at Minekill, anything can happen. It's a lot different than the front. There's a lot more elevation, a lot more woods, a lot more can go wrong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's kind of back 9 where you if you can get any strokes, that's great. You're really trying not to give any up.
Yeah. I think Dylan's just going to want to hold on to the lead going into the back, which he knows his course well enough. He's a 3-time champ, MKDGC, so I'd be curious to see if he gives it up.
Good play so far. Let's see how it is on the back 9. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Thank you.
Awesome.
Whew, that went pretty good. What'd you think?
This is fun. The first time doing commentary,
Yeah.
but
Me too.
yeah, I'm really eager to see the back nine. The front nine, definitely some interesting shots by Dylan. Not surprised there.
Of
Kinda
course.
Curious to see how he attacks the back nine. Hopefully, he can keep his lead. But I don't know. He's got some good people coming up.
What do you got to say about these discs?
So I've got some Minekill discs. These are special treasure map editions. These haven't been released yet. But I've got a few for giveaway. So we've got this is a Rock X3, Champ Valkyrie, and a Pro Destroyer.
Wow.
See the logo is the course, kind of a map of a treasure map. Been doing these for some local courses. These will ultimately be some fundraisers for Minekill. But
yeah. So if you want a chance at these, leave a comment. Tell us what you thought of the round thus far. And yeah, we'll pick a few at random and send them out.
Hope
That's it.
everybody enjoyed.
Yep.
I hope you're looking forward to the back nine as much as I am.
Yep. See you in a minute.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.